guys, it's Emma and I'm back today for you with another video, and today we're doing a tag. Alright, I haven't done a tag in a while, but I recently watched Elliot's and Jess's videos of them doing the Contradictions book tag, and I wanted a little in on it. Okay, this came originally from Daniela over at Only If For a Page, so I'll link all three of their videos down below so you guys can go check them out. There's like 9 questions or so, and I do apologize, but I only have like one of the books that's gonna be an answer for these questions, like materially. So bear with me here, okay? But with that being said, let's just jump right into it. The first one is, I love this genre, but I hate this book. And there were quite a few books that I've read in the fantasy genre, which I love, that I really do not like. But one of them was just blaring, alright, and that is The Wolf of Oren-Yard by K.S. Villoso. It took such a nosedive towards the ending for me, and just wow, I thought that our main character was a horrible queen and was not really giving us any opportunities to see why she was such a badass bitch queen. It was more a case of told, not shown. And then the pacing was just very, very, very bizarre. This was just not a good fantasy book for me. I thought it was really, really jumbled. And if you're dealing with something that is high fantasy, you've got to be at least somewhat adept in making sure that your reader doesn't get lost, which unfortunately that was what happened with me. It was just very, very jumbled. The second one is, I rarely read this genre, but I loved this book. And immediately for me, I have to put Depression and Other Magic Tricks by Sabrina Benaim. This is a poetry collection about depression. I don't read poetry a lot, I do admit that, but this one, my friend recommended it to me because it's one of her favorite books, and just, I was blown away, all right? Depression and Other Magic Tricks is probably one of the best poetry collections I've ever read. And just, wow, it made me feel so seen at some points, and it was like really raw and really, really deep. And I just, wow, I love this. And because of this book, I want to read more poetry. The third one is, I love this trope, but I didn't like this book. I needed no qualms, no hesitations, no reservations about what book was gonna be in this spot, and that is American Royals by Katharine McGee. I really didn't like this, and same thing with The Wolf of Oren-Yard, it just took a nosedive. The characters either were destroyed or plateaued, and just the pettiness and the drama and the miscommunication was just so juvenile. We're dealing with people in government, which I guess is true to real life experience. However, it was just so much to the point where even the bodyguard romance in here, all right, couldn't save it. I love the bodyguard romance, or just like the bodyguard trope, the guardian trope. I love it. It doesn't even have to be romantic. I just love the dynamic of a guardian and the person they're supposed to guard, and then if there is romantic feelings, then that just makes it all the more amazing. I love it. It's literally one of my favorite tropes of all time. This book was banking on the bodyguard trope. However, not even the bodyguard trope was a big enough buoy to save her, okay? She drowned messily, all right? Her makeup was running and everything, and now look at her, she's got water damage. Number 4 is, I don't like this trope, but I love this book. And this is the one that I actually have, that I can like actually hold up, and that is Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. I am in the middle of reading this, all right, and I'm absolutely loving this. The trope that I don't normally like a lot of the times, because I just think it's overused, is the chosen one trope. And there is a chosen one trope in Black Sun, but just wow, the way it's used. First of all, this book is just amazing. It's rich, it's so complex. The lore and I love it so much. 9 times out of 10, if I don't like a trope, it's just because it was done horribly. But the chosen one trope in Black Sun, wow, amazing. You will fall in love with this dude, like me. Number 5 is I love this author, but I didn't like this book. I don't tend to read books by the same author. I think the only authors that I've actually done that for is like on accident, and that would be with Patrick Ness and Stephen Graham Jones. And even then, there aren't a lot of authors where I've read multiple books of theirs that are outside of one series. But the book that I have for this one is SkyClan's Destiny by Erin Hunter. I have a rant review up for this book if you guys would like to go and check that out. I am a Warrior Cats fan. I have been ever since elementary school. These books were my childhood, and just wow, out of all 25 at least of the Warrior Cats books that I've read, that's not even including the other super editions that I've read, this is the worst Warrior Cats book that I have read by far. I really didn't like it. I hated the fact that we were given a female leader from like to read from her point of view, and she was just a doormat. Nobody in her clan respected her. Everybody had attitude checks that I just wanted to know where the hell that came from. And then Sharpclaw, her deputy, was a grade A douchebag and tried to justify it in the end with probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard anybody try to justify something with. It was just, in my opinion, a train wreck. And all I have to say is, I know for a damn fact that if Firestar were there, none of them would have acted like that in front of him. So why is Leaf Star any different? Number 6 is, I previously disliked a book by this author, but I like this book.
Editing Emma here. I'm cutting in. I would like to amend this answer and replace the first author with Ruby Dixon. I previously hated, to be honest, Barbarian Alien by Ruby Dixon. I have a rant review up if you'd like to go check that out for that one as well. But Ruby Dixon also wrote The King's Spinster Bride. And let me just say, that book, girl, that book was good. And it was a novella? What?
The next one is, I love this cover, but I didn't like this book. And unfortunately, I have to say, this is The Down Days by Ilsa Hugo. The cover, camp. I love this cover. All right, this cover is probably one of my favorite covers I've ever seen on a book in my life. All right, which makes it so much more disappointing that this book was as much of a letdown as it was. Just, it got boring. It got boring, and this disease that, you know, we're supposed to be so afraid of in this book really wasn't scary, or at least it wasn't shown to be scary. We only see one person succumb to it, and we really don't even see them actually succumb to it. I don't know. It was just, I think I said this about another book, but this book too, if a belly flop was a book, I guess. And then the last one is, I didn't like this cover, but I love this book. And unfortunately, desafortunadamente, I have to put up Hearts in Darkness by Laura Kay. I loved this romance. All right, it was steamy, it was good, it was short, it had nice angst. The dirty talk was great. Like, the writing was a little cliche at times, but other than that, I absolutely loved this. I just really don't like this cover. Every time I see it, I laugh. I think it's just so cliche. It's not a horrible cover by any means. It's just, wow. You know, it wouldn't be a book that I would have out in public, right? Because I know for a fact that because people don't know how to mind their own business, people would stare. And let's just say you want to stare at something, go to the zoo. Finally, it says tag somebody. I want to tag Juhi from Book Island. I want to tag Kristen from Enter the Book. And I want to tag Haley from Pages of Haley. So you guys, that was my tag. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing another booktuber being a walking contradiction. But you guys, with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you will stay tuned for more videos from me in the future. I have some vlogs coming up, and hopefully I can get some more books in to be able to do some more tags, because I know there are a few tags that I am very late on, and to those people who know what I'm talking about, I do apologize, but bear with me, okay? I'm working on it. I'm getting there. Finals are kicking my ass, but I'm fighting back, all right? So you guys, I hope you guys are staying safe and that you guys have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.